First of all, we have to ask you, is your goal to make the best return on your investments? Okay, like a retirement account? Okay. Is your goal to have insurance? Okay. Is your goal to pay your debts? Okay, good. Now, what is all that part of? A condition. Don't you want to have a positive, successful financial experience? Is that what that sums up to? Because really, if we make money on investments, we have a positive experience, do we not? If we save money in taxes, we have a positive experience. If we make a lot of money in our business and show competence in that area, we have a positive experience. How many of you like to have a negative financial experience? So you see, the whole purpose of what we're trying to achieve here is an optimum of an experience as we can have, despite all the nonsense and crazy stuff going on. So the way we have to figure that out is figure out, really, where we are. What experience are we really having? Because you see, you're all in this little universe called your own household. And you're operating on information told to you from where? Where do you get your financial information from? Random sources, financial advisors, accountants. Where do they get their information from? The same places you do. They do, more often than not. There's a few industry-only type of sources. But did you know that the vast majority of everything you see, hear, and smell about money comes from 6 multinational corporations? 6. They own all the magazines, TV stations, radio, sources of financial information. 6 of them. Now, is that unbiased advice or unbiased information? I would think not. And if one thing I can get out of you, out of this time we have together, is your ability to look. Just look. Because really, at the end of the day, the only thing I would think you'd be interested in is results. And if you're not getting results, then something is wrong. So you're trying to operate on some piece of information that is completely false. That's the factor of it. So if you can strip away all the things we're trying to do that don't get results, then we have a much better chance of having a positive financial experience, right? How many of you would like that? Of course. Okay.
If I could advise somebody to take the course, I would tell them to do it. I'm definitely the bigger skeptic in our family, and I think that just even being a day in, I feel much more aware and much more confident, and I think this course would definitely help your private practice, just even in just a sense of where you are financially or what you want your practice to give you.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too. I think, even if you're just in doubt of what you should do, this is just a whole other set of information, a set of data to help you to make that decision on whether or not the decision you make is the right one in the end.
I wish I could have done it when I opened my practice 27 years ago. I'd probably be retired today and with a lot less stress in my life. But I would highly recommend anybody to start looking at the financial process in their life and to see how they can improve it.
We have a big size company like 70 staff we have, and I think everybody needs it. 2 people company or 100 people company or 1,000, because he's simplified and you don't waste your time.
Oh, I think the course is going to pay for itself. There you go. You want the return on investment? Bam, you got it.
One of the key aspects in it is to not procrastinate, and I'd say if you want to get anywhere, we need to do it ourselves. We're already starting our professions a little bit later in life, and we're getting older, and that hasn't slowed down any, so you need to get on it.
The advice that I would give anybody thinking about taking the course would be to just kind of look at their condition and decide, am I where I want to be right now? If you're not where you want to be right now, then you've got to give yourself more education on how to get to the point where you want to be. So this course lays out every aspect of making money, preserving your assets, and actually gaining more money in the end. So it just gives you an absolute plan that you set into place. It's your goals, it's your plan that you set up based on the information. So I would say get the education, because it'll get you where you want to be in the end.
We have some clients that, as a result of doing these courses with Christopher, some of these clients we've had for 25 years. So these are clients that are become friends. They're almost like family, and I don't trust them to anyone. And every single one of them has come up to me and thanked me for getting them to come to these seminars. Some of them I had to twist their arm a bit to get them here, but one for one, every single one of them has thanked me.
What I see with a lot of our clients who have been to his courses and have done his training is that they kind of just calm, they kind of chill, if you will, of like what are the things that they need to do with their organization so that those monies can flow upward to the household corporation, so to speak, that mans it all, right? And so what I found is they do some kind of testing with these guys, which has been like absolutely amazing. But they have them take this test. And that test looks at several different areas of how they manage themselves financially. You know, from investments to wills, etc., right? And there's a score. And the guys take this score, they start working with them, they do this training with them, and then the clients start putting together programs that will start to turn things into a more positive direction. And then when they retake the test, they actually score significantly higher. They feel so much more calm. They know precisely what they're trying to handle next on trying to build their self and create more security for themselves and their families.
The biggest single factor that really hit me, because like everyone, we buy into accumulating debt. And that single element for myself and my family is the biggest source of stress that there is. And to actually see and learn how you can, step by step, get yourself out of debt in a very scientific way, so that not only do you not have debt anymore, but you actually are creating a cushion to fall back on. It gives you a future financially, instead of dragging the tin cans of the past of debt along with you through your life. And that is no fun at all. And I anticipate having a lot more fun as I apply these data.